everyone, welcome back. I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas. Today we are going to do the trend of the 7 makeup products that make me feel flawless. This trend was going around like kind of the end of summer, beginning of fall-ish. And I actually learned it from another YouTuber. Her name is Allie Glines. I will link her channel below. That way you guys can check her out too if you want to. Anyways, it's just about 7 products that make me feel very flawless. And you can even put confident in that category as well. So 7 products that make me feel flawless and confident. Before we begin, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button. It would mean so much to me, and we will get started. So I did already go ahead and prime my eyelids. Again, nothing fancy with me. I'm just using my MAC paint pot just as my normal eyeshadow primer. Before we get too far into it, I do want to mention that a full face of makeup includes more than 7 products, but I'm really going to focus on the 7. So even though I might mention another 1 or 2, I will clarify it. This is one of the 7 products. To begin, the first product is my Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals Volume 1 eyeshadow palette. I can't say enough how much I love this palette, and it makes me feel super confident when I wear it, and I just love everything about it. I raved about this one also in my 2020 Christmas look video, so if you haven't seen that one, I will link that above. I mean, how can you not love this palette? There's just so many options and choices and ways to be creative with this, as I stick my finger in it as well. Today I'm feeling like a little bit of color, so I kind of want to dabble into this Poet row here, which is the pink. So for our first shade, I'm gonna dip into the matte Poet. And I think what I want to do is a bit more of a halo eye, which if you don't know what a halo eye, it's where your inner and outer lid space in your eye is like the darker shades, and you keep the center of it very light and open, and that's your bright spot. And that's what creates your halo look. For starters, we're just going to dab it on the outer third and kind of in the crease. And then we're gonna stamp it on the inner portion as well. I think I'm going to connect it very lightly in it's kind of above my crease, but in the center here. We're gonna do the exact same thing to this eye. During this stage, I'm also just blending the edges, that way they don't seem too harsh. And then when we go back and add different colors, I'm not having to go through multiple layers. I think for my next shade, to deepen up our halo, I'm gonna go into the sequin shade of Story, which is this orangish shade. And we're just going to pat that on the outer third as well and blend it into the crease of it. Now we're going to tap it on the inner portion of the eye as well. That way we can keep our halo effect. I'm definitely getting a very sunset vibe here, but I do really like it so far. Next, I'm going to fill in our empty space here in the center of the lid. I'm going to go into the metallic shade of Poet. So the very shimmery shade of Poet. And I'm just going to use my finger like normal. And then we're going to stamp that right in the center, that spot we left open. And I actually think I want to mix the colors again, so I'm going to go into the metallic shade of Story, and we're going to place that right on top. I'm not going super in depth with the Story color because I don't want to cover all of it, plus I've got one more shimmer to go on. And finally, for the lightest shimmer, to really make our halo stand out and make it bright and light, I'm going to use the Aura shimmer. We're going to place that right in the center. And now we're going to go back into our blending brush, and now I'm just going to mix Poet and Story, so the pink and the orangish colors, and we're going to blend it into the shimmer. That way we have a little bit of a better fade, and it's not such a harsh matte shimmer line. But this way you've got your halo where your inner and outer portion are super dark, and then it fades into with those pink and orange shimmers, and then right in the center is your brightest shimmer. We'll clean up this eye as well and get it all blended. And it's okay if some of the shimmer from the center of the eye gets spread around. It's just a matter of blending it to make it look the way you want it, but keeping the lightest shimmer still in the center. I'm just gonna use a blank blending brush again, and now we're just gonna go around the edges to make sure there are no harsh lines. Alright, so this is what I have for the upper lid so far. I am going to clean it up a little bit with a makeup wipe. Alright, so the second product that makes me feel flawless is my Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer. I find this primer to just be beautiful. It's got such a nice glowy sheen to it, and also it's quite tacky, so it helps just keep my makeup put together and last all day. And I put it everywhere. I know some people like to target where they put primer, especially depending on the type of primer, but I put this everywhere. So after primer, this leads me right into my third product that makes me feel flawless, and it is the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear Foundation. It's meant to last for 24 hours, super comfortable, it's lightweight. I never feel like I'm actually wearing it. I think my favorite thing about this is it does not transfer at all. If I scratch my face instead of just like tap to get rid of my itch, my foundation is still gonna be there. This is the one that I choose for like special events just because it sinks into the skin, so it looks very finish-like, or it looks very skin finish, but also it covers up my redness in my cheeks, and then it stays put all day long. It is definitely the foundation I would pick to feel flawless in. I love this foundation. It just looks like skin, which I think is the point of it. Plus, it doesn't cling to any dry patches. Like if you've got if you've got a blemish, it doesn't stick to it super hard. So like I just really like this foundation. It makes me happy. This is why I wear it so often too, just because it never fails. It never lets me down. Before we move on, I am going to curl my lashes and get my top layer of mascara on. That way I don't have any fallout. Now that I've got my eyelashes at least halfway done, I'm gonna go into my fourth product, which is my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I just never have any issues with this. It doesn't crease on me. It blends in really nicely to my skin. It's just been one of those staple pieces of my collection where I'm always gravitating for it because I love the finish under my eyes that it leaves. It's just another one of those products that never lets me down. And it doesn't matter what foundation I wear under it or what primer I wear under it, it never fails. And it still leaves my under eye looking very skin finished, and I love that. I mean, it covers what needs to be covered so I don't look like I have black eyes anymore, and it's really good at brightening as well. I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. I'm just using my Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder and just taking my sponge. We're going to set the concealer and the face. Before we get too far into it, I am going to do my eyebrows, so enjoy the brow intermission. Now we're gonna move into bronzer. I'm just using my Aesthetica Sunset Bronzer, like I normally do. And we're gonna warm up the cheeks. We'll do a little bit on the forehead, and we'll do some down the neck and the chin. For blush, I'm gonna use my M Cosmetic Magic Hour blush. Just gonna put some on the apples of the cheeks and take it back a little bit as well. All right, so for my fifth product that makes me feel flawless, it's actually my Becca Cosmetics Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed Highlighter, and it's in the shade Champagne Pop. I absolutely love this color. I think it looks beautiful. It melts into the skin, again keeping that skin finish look, and it's super easy to apply and manipulate so you can get it to where you want. Plus you can either have it like a dull shine, not dull, but you can like keep it really mellow, or you can really intensify it. So it's got a lot of options for you. I'm just gonna press that in a C shape around my face, around my eye here, and I might even put a little bit under my eyebrow. I also like to put this highlighter on the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, and my cupid's bow, and a little on the chin. Just a little though. Once I have a little bit less product on my brush, I actually like to buff it in. That way it's not such a harsh line. I am feeling a little extra glowy though, so But that doesn't bug me. I like it that way. I like to use this a bit more with more intensity because that's how I like it. We are going to finish up the lower lash line real fast. First, I'm gonna go back into my first blending brush and I'm going to mix the pink and orange shades. So the Matte Poet and the Sequin Story shades. I'm just going to pinch the brush and we are going to put that on the outer corner and the inner. And basically what we're doing is still trying to keep that halo shape on the under eye. All right, and then for the center, we're going to mix the Poet Metallic with the Story Metallic, so these two shades. And we're gonna place that right in the center here. And then to finish it off, we are going to take the Aura Metallic, the very light one. We're gonna pop that right in the center. And that is our eye look. I'm gonna put on my lower lash mascara and then we'll come back to finish up the products. Okay, so my sixth product that makes me feel flawless is, well, really this whole palette from Hourglass. It's their holiday palette. They come out with one every year. But in particular, in this palette are these two finishing powders. These two right here. And so I know there's two of them, but those two together are my sixth product because they just make me feel like everything is so blended, everything looks like airbrush. They give me that airbrush effect where like you look in magazines and obviously there's Photoshop and stuff, but that's how it gives me my confidence because I feel like that, but I didn't do any of the extra stuff. I just like to take those two shades together and then we put them lightly on the forehead, down the nose, under the eyes. And I think these powders just really help clean up the line to where your blush and your bronzer go. That way it just really looks all blended. I did just notice I forgot to put an inner corner highlight on my eyes, so I'm gonna go back into my Aura shade, the metallic, and just use that. And I'm just gonna use my finger. All right, and for my final product, my seventh product, I only recently started diving into lip gloss and lip products, so I wanted to give you guys something that actually makes me feel flawless, that I've used for a very long time, and I'm not just gonna tell you, hey, I like this lip gloss. And because I'm such a lip balm chapstick person, I'm going to have to choose my Smith's Rosebud Salve. I love this stuff. I think it looks beautiful. It's got a little bit of a red tint to it. I just use my finger and put it on. I feel like it gives me the tiniest bit of color to the lips, but it gives me very high shine and it gives me that chapstick feel. So I can walk around knowing my lips are hydrated. It's not gonna fade off weird, nothing. But it looks like I'm wearing lip gloss, but there's no lip gloss about it. So I absolutely love this. And this is why it makes me feel so flawless. It's everything I love, plus gives me that extra look of I have a lip product on. I am going to set my face real fast with some setting spray and then we will come back with the finished look and my final thoughts. So here is the finished look. I absolutely love it. I feel flawless and very confident. Please let me know what your favorite products are, what makes you feel flawless. I would love to hear about it. Again, all of these products make me feel confident because they give me the skin-like finish I want. They stay on all day. I never have any issues with them applying, taking off, anything like that. And the best part is I feel beautiful at the end of the day using these products. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Other than that, that is all I have for you today. If you haven't subscribed already, I would love if you would. It would mean so much to me. It helps me and keeps this channel going. For now though, I will see you in my next video. I post on Tuesdays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, and I will see you then. Thank you. Bye.